What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Week 5 recap of the NFL 2013. We're going to hop right into it and see what's been going on. It's been an exciting week. A lot of BS has been going on, especially with my fantasy teams. Dudes is straight shitty. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the Cleveland and Buffalo game. Cleveland 37, Buffalo 24. Listen, man, this dude Benjamin, the punt returner, I don't know what the fuck, bro. Listen, that dude right there, I think he's a new Devin Hester. I don't know what's been going on with Devin Hester, but like I said, I think I said it previously. I don't think that he's the same player that he was before. I don't know what's going on. Maybe too many chitlins in Chicago. I don't know what's happening, bro. But the dude, I can't say that he's slower. I just don't think that he's getting enough opportunity to return punts and return kicks. So, with that being said, man, I'm shocked that Cleveland beat Buffalo. I actually picked Buffalo. I was on Twitter running my mouth and shit as usual. They somehow they came up with a big win. I can't take nothing away from Cleveland, man. I think Trent Richardson was like that poison. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's in your kitchen that you just want to get rid of, but you don't know if you might need it for your spouse. Like, bro, but then when you get rid of it, you feel like completely free. Like, bro, this dude, ever since he's been gone, like, other than Hoyer getting injured off of the dumbest fucking QB slide I've ever seen. Like, bro, if you slide like that, you deserve an injury. Because there's no way that you know what I'm saying, that it's no way. Like, he was trying to do a split and a backflip with the slide. Like, bro, what the fuck is this guy doing? It didn't make any sense. So, it's very unfortunate for the Cleveland fans, but your QB gotta learn how to fucking slide. That was mayhem, bro. That was like, Allstate. Who was that? Is that Allstate? Yeah, I think it is Allstate. The dude with the mayhem. Like, that was real stupid, the way he slid. So, besides all that, a lot of credit to Cleveland. They're playing well. Whedon came in, and I thought he was just going to come out and just start throwing picks. He did throw a pick, but they somehow won the game, and it worked out. A.J. Manuel's another idiot. I don't know what the fuck he was doing to get injured. And then I don't know. But I know I heard that he's not going to be playing this week either. So we're going to see what goes on with that whole scenario with Buffalo. But that was definitely a winnable game for Buffalo. But Cleveland's been on the tear. They've been on the tear since, Richardson's gone. So good riddance, good riddance, bro. Good riddance, Trent Richardson. Next game is New Orleans and Chicago. New Orleans 26, Chicago 18. All right, this game right here, I expected New Orleans to blow them out. Pretty much it was the same scenario. Jay Cutler played well to a most part. Alshon Jeffrey, that dude's gonna be a beast. You can see that he has the potential to be a great player in the National Football League. You can also see that Jay Cutler is still prone to throwing the ball to the other team. So, pretty much I don't know how far, Chicago can actually go. That new coach was that Mark Trestman or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know how far they can actually go without Jay Cutler making a mistake. I do know, though, that Darren Sproles and Drew Brees got something going on, and you know what I'm saying? That this shit is like, it's a crazy ass connection. Like, dudes really cannot stop Darren Sproles. That dude is like 2'6", and your offensive lineman is so big. Whether he's running like a fucking fade route, a wheel, whatever he's doing, you can't see him until after the ball snap, and he's running. You know what I'm saying? He's like Alvin and the Chipmunks. He's very, very small. And he could catch, and he's fast. So that's a very unique player that they have there. I don't know why the fuck they ever got rid of him from San Diego, but that's another story. But watching Drew Brees play, and like the way he moves around and he looks around the field and he deciphers what's going on with his plays. Drew Brees is he's a great quarterback. I never really sat there and watched how he does it. You know what I'm saying? I always knew, like, you just take it for granted that these players are good quarterbacks. They're good players at the position. But watching him play, I was like, God damn, this dude right here, know what the fuck going on. Like, I was shocked. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you really like analyze something, like when like somebody tells you like, yo, there's a good running back, or this guy's a good corner, and then you see them play, you actually just look at them. I was impressed by the way Drew Brees played. Chicago tried to make a late comeback at the end, but it was too late, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your anal was already fucking ravished. So that was a good game for New Orleans to win on the road, because everybody says, they're a dome team. They only can win in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? But they came out, they took care of business. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Bears. I think they dropped 2 for the last couple of weeks. I know they play the Giants, and that should be an easy win to get them back on track, because the Giants is a fucking doormat. Everybody's fucking just walking right all over their dumb motherfucking asses. So they should be able to do something there. But I think that Brandon Marshall is a great receiver. I know Jay Cutler has a great arm, but he just makes bad decisions. In he's like Tony Romo. When it all comes down to it and it's time to make a play, yeah, bro, yo, get ready to take it back the other way. I think that shit rhymed, but I'm not sure though. I might have to listen to it again and make sure. Okay, so basically that's it for that game. Next game, Cincinnati and New England. Cincinnati 13, New England 6. All right, Tom Brady, bro. I don't know how to say. Listen, like I said, Tom Brady has to get a Super Bowl without Spygate. He has to get a Super Bowl without Spygate, and I'm going to tell you why. Tom Brady's a great quarterback. I think he went like last in the draft. He right now is playing like shit. And people are going to say, oh, no Gronk. You know what I'm saying? His other tight end is in jail after killing mad motherfuckers. Amendola's just a straight bum that the Rams are fucking like, yo, we're fucking so happy he's gone because he's always hurt. And I know Tim Tebow is laughing because that game right there, when the rain started coming down heavy, I don't know if you guys watched the game, but out of nowhere, it just started raining crazy heavy, bro. Like Tim Tebow sent Jesus a text message like, yo, bring it down on his punk ass. Because he couldn't get, bro, everybody was dropping the ball. It was nothing, Tom Brady. And then as soon as the Bengals got the ball back, it cleared up. And they kneeled the clock out. So I don't know. And like I said, I don't believe in coincidence. But I'm going to get back to this Tom Brady thing. When Tom Brady was a nobody and he had, I forgot, he had some no-name receivers back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He was a better quarterback when before everything else came of all the recognition of him being a really good quarterback. And I'm not saying that he's buckling under the pressure. All I'm saying is that I had him on my fantasy team for the last 2 years. And I think he sucks dick for truck fit. That's all I'm saying. The dude is a fucking... Listen, bro. And I understand, look, you can't make your receivers catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? You really can't do that. But Tom Brady has to figure out if he's an elite quarterback or if he just wants to be an Uggs model. Because you can't, even without any decent receivers, you can't go and put up 6 points. Your defense is decent, but 6 points ain't going to get it done. You can't, it doesn't make any sense what's going on in New England. And Cincinnati is straight trash, and they should have lost this game, and they gave the Patriots so many opportunities to win. But like I said, Tim Tebow's text message to Jesus to cause the fucking wild ass fucking, I don't know what happened. It was like a monsoon for like 4 minutes. And then it just cleared up and shit once Cincinnati got the ball back. But there's no excuse for the way Tom Brady's playing. And I understand, like I said, once again, the receivers are bums. But he's done it before with bums. He's done it before. But I think he's too interested in being a fucking, like a fucking swimsuit model and shit. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But the New England Patriots, I know they're only 4-1. They're just 4-1. They're still, I believe they're number one in the division still. I'm not sure how it's going to work. What are you doing? Oh, so you tell me, hold on. So you tell me you're going to go upstairs when I'm asking you, because I don't want to have the noise in there. You're going to leave when I'm asking you why you're leaving because I wanted you to stay. Then you're going to go upstairs and realize
I didn't know
that...
you wanted me to stay.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if I'm telling you to just adjust it so that you can sit there, that means that you should just stay there. That doesn't mean for you to get up and walk away. Now you come back because of what I did to you last night, and you're realizing, okay, that dude fucked the shit out of me last night.
Oh my God, what does that have to do with football?
Because that's what I'm trying to say to you.
What does that have to do with football? I didn't know you wanted me to stay down here. You
Okay.
told me,
I just said keep it down. I didn't tell you to leave. If I'm not telling you to leave, that doesn't mean anything else. It just means to keep it down. That's all it means. I'm not doing all kinds of mysterious sign language. Just keep it down. When I was doing the other shit, I was like, okay, you can go upstairs. I didn't tell you to leave. You chose to leave. Now you run back down here because I fucked the shit out of you last night.
That's not why I came back down here.
So why are you down here?
Because I need to go to the bathroom. I'm trying to see how long you're gonna be.
So you just came here, you just told me that you were gonna just sit here. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
Anyway, getting back to what I have to do here. So basically, Tom Brady for the last 2 years has fucked me over. So I'm not sure whether I think he just wants to be an Uggs model at this point and outdo his wife. Because other than that, you can't put up 6 points. Like, you know who puts up 6 points? The Jaguars. No, wait, the Jaguars scored 20. All right, I think he scored Houston. Houston is fucking garbage. And Carolina, I can't wait to get to those games. But Tom Brady, ever since they've been giving him the credit of being the most elite quarterback and all the shit like that, I've seen nothing out of him. And honestly, I don't think he's an elite quarterback. Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Who else do? Peyton Manning, of course. That dude is. Oh my god. I don't have enough to say about Peyton Manning, but we're gonna get to him in a second. He's far down the line, but I think at this point right now, people need to reevaluate how Tom Brady is ranked, because there was a time, and like I said, when he had no name receivers, back around the whole Spygate bullshit, when he had no name receivers, he was a much better. Well, who's that guy? Branch. He had Deion Branch, a fucking guy that came out of nowhere. He was making work with him, even though, when he left there, he was just nothing. Tom Brady, you could give him credit to saying that he made him. We know that Tom Brady didn't make Wes Welker because he's still doing the same shit with, Peyton Manning. He did a lot better when it wasn't a lot of acclaim on what he was ranked. But now people are saying, like even Skip Bayless, he's the number one. He's not Aaron Rodgers is so much better than Tom Brady right now that it's like it's not even a comparison. And I don't understand how people can still get away with saying it. It's not something that is just not true. It doesn't make any sense, what's happening. So until people adjust that and make Tom Brady probably just wants to retire and just be a swimsuit model. Like I said, I don't think he wants to play football anymore, because you can't go and put up 6 points and expect to win a football game. You can't do that. And like I said, Cincinnati is a great defensive team, but they have to get rid of their coach. Marvin Lewis is the clown, and the things that he's doing he gave them so many opportunities to win this game. And I know the people that watched it agree. The Patriots should have still won this game, because Marvin Lewis has no idea what's going on, and he has just been doing bullshit for the last however many years. And I understand that he's a coach, he's a man of color, and there's not a lot of them in the league. But if you're not doing the right thing, you should be fired, and somebody else should get an opportunity. And that's basically where it's going. And they were able to pull this one out, but something has to be done. I don't know. Marvin Lewis has to either change up the way that his guys or whatever. People say, he's a great coach, but people say a lot of things about these coaches in the league, about them being great, and they're not really getting the job done. And it's such a small window that these players have. And when you make bad decisions on how you coach your team, that affects everyone. And Marvin Lewis has been running around with the Bengals. I remember was it like 3 years ago when they lost to the Jets in the playoffs, when they were supposed to beat the Jets. Like, he just doesn't get it done. I don't know. And if Ohio fans think that you guys are gonna win anything, that's ridiculous. You guys are not gonna win shit with Marvin. I don't know. Maybe it's not him. Maybe it's the offensive coordinator. But I just don't like his face, so I'm just gonna blame him. So that's my opinion on that. Tom Brady is a bum, and he's been fucking everybody over in fantasy for the last 2 years. So to me, he's not even. Let me see. Drew Brees. I guess he could be top 5, but he's on the way out almost of the top 5 bracket at this point. All right, next game. Detroit and Green Bay. Detroit 9, Green Bay 22. Green Bay was at home. We all know why Detroit scored 9 points. It's the same reason that Dante Culpepper was the number 1 quarterback in those Madden years in like 2004 and all that shit with the Vikings, because he had Randy Moss, and that's it. When they set the news out that Calvin Johnson was out that game, I was like, all right, we already knew. I know Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. I can't take anything away from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is unbelievable. But Detroit, their whole fucking offensive scheme relies on Calvin Johnson, that one man. So if he's out, there is no reason for anyone to even bet Detroit. Even if he was in, they would have still lost, but it wouldn't have been as bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't know that they went 0-16 with Calvin Johnson on the team. I'm just saying they would have spread the ball. It would have been a lot better for Detroit. Matthew Stafford. I've never been sold on him because he hasn't really done anything to show that he's a good quarterback. Like Aaron Rodgers. Okay, you get rid of Greg Jennings. The man hasn't missed a beat, and Greg Jennings used to put work in. He has, James Jones is a great receiver. He has some other guys over there that's putting in work, but you could see that he's great. You have good quarterbacks, mediocre, and you have great, and you have real shitty ones I'm going to get to in a second. At this point right now, Aaron Rodgers is one of those great quarterbacks. And I watched him throw a ball into the side of the end zone to James Jones that they called back, which was complete bullshit, that he threw, like the defender was draped over him. Like all over him, like I was all over you last night.
Please talk about football.
But I'm going to tell you this right now. It was, I can't really explain, you know what I'm saying, exactly how much this guy was getting on this dude. Like he was on his back. and fucking Aaron Rodgers delivers the ball like right in that small window. Other than Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning right now, I don't know who else could have done that. And that's what I'm saying. Matthew Stafford and a lot of these guys.
Andrew Luck could have done it.
Andrew Luck is a great quarterback also. I'm going to get to him here. He was unbelievable. I got to give him a lot of credit. Pretty much right now, what does that say? Is that a 34? Because for some reason I had the mouse there. What is that? What is that for Indianapolis? Hold on. I got to see something. I got to make sure that that's a 34. What the hell for that score there? Yeah, 34. Okay, but I'm getting to that in a second. But yeah, I would agree with you. Andrew Luck, that's actually the next game. But bottom line is this. For anybody that's new to fantasy football, that's new to football, whatever like that, if Calvin Johnson is out of a Detroit Lions game, do not pick Detroit. And like I said, you don't need to watch a game. Reggie Bush is trying to do whatever he could do, but there's no need to double team any of the receivers, so they're going to have more guys there for Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush can't do shit. When they won the Super Bowl with the New Orleans Saints, they had a lot of offensive firepower. They had to respect Drew Brees throwing the ball deep, doing shit like that. Matthew Stafford throws the ball deep and Calvin Johnson isn't there, it's going back the other way for 6. And people have to understand that I'm not sold on Matthew Stafford. I think the guy is an average quarterback. Can he throw the ball? Yes. Does he have arm strength? Yes. Is he an elite quarterback? No. And that's how I'm gonna leave that. But Aaron Rodgers, man, I think right now is pretty close between him and Peyton Manning, because right now, if I had to take a quarterback in the regular season, I would take Peyton Manning. But if I was in the playoffs, I would definitely take Aaron Rodgers. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the next game. This game right here was fucking unbelievable. I was on a fucking wild tweeting frenzy with this game. Seattle and Indianapolis. Seattle 28, Indianapolis 34 at home. This was this was a real great game. This was an unbelievable game. Andrew Luck showed a lot of maturity in this game, being down early and coming back and winning this game. Richard Sherman got fucking burnt. I understand he was playing zone, and it was a safety's fault that T.Y. Hilton? He got open on the right side for that first play for 6. It wasn't man-to-man, and it's a reason why they weren't playing man-to-man on T.Y. Hilton. That motherfucker fast as shit. And we got to see a little bit of Richard Sherman's weakness, and that's why people have it. Like last week, I think I said that he was the best corner in football. I think him and Cromartie, Cromartie is faster. So I would prefer Cromartie on any major, any kind of speedy receiver. Darrelle Revis during his prime probably would have played off and somehow been able, probably not played off. He probably would have been all up on T.Y. Hilton and made sure that he was, put some hands on him so that he could slow him down a little bit. And I don't know if he would have done any better, because that man's fast. And he not only did he burn Richard Sherman, but then he went to the other side and burnt Browner for another 6 when they needed it. So, and not only that, the throws that were being made. I know you guys heard, Ms. Gmias just say something about Andrew Luck being also a great quarterback also in the league. I think this man has. You don't get lucky many times in life. I think the Colts got very lucky with replacing Peyton Manning with Andrew Luck, because he's a prototype. He's a guy that's gonna fucking stay healthy for the most part. He's gonna make the throws. He's gonna make some bad plays. But overall, he's going to get the job done in the end. And that's all you can ask for when you're replacing a Hall of Famer like, Peyton Manning. And I know it's early, but RG3, when they were both being drafted, and everybody was like, yo, take RG3, whatever like that. I don't know if the schemes would have been different, because a lot of coaches are not playing towards the strengths of these quarterbacks that run. They want them to be pocket passers, and they want them to be the old-fashioned stuff, and that doesn't work for these new generation of quarterbacks. So if RG3 would have went to Indianapolis, would he have gotten injured? I don't know, because I think it depends on the coaching staff. I think that Mike Shanahan and his son, that are basically the whole coaching staff in Washington, are the Barnum and Bailey fucking circus. They are 2 fucking major clowns that are going to ruin RG3's initial start to his career, because they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And even when he was playing well, when they had him in the right type of scheme and all the shit like that, it's still, he's just not, Mike Shanahan is not the right fit to coach RG3. He's just not. There's a lot of other coaches that can do that. Like if RG3 was with a coach, like Jim Harbaugh, in San Francisco, I think right now, not only would RG3 be the best quarterback in the league, but he would be happy. Because it's certain coaches that you could see that the players have a relationship with. You go over there, they could joke around, they could play around and shit like that. They could have fun. The Harbaughs definitely. Andy Reid. It's certain coaches that you could go and play around with. Have fun, and it's not just it's not a job anymore. You're there to have fun, and that's when most QBs and defenses and offenses strive the most. Sean Payton in New Orleans, the man missed the whole season last year. The Saints sucked. The Saints are 5-0 now with him back. It's a reason why these people, and I was saying that before, it's just like certain people you can't replace. This is not a guy that works at McDonald's that works the fries. It's certain coaches and players that when they're gone, you feel it right away. The reason that Indianapolis isn't feeling it right away is because Andrew Luck, he's a gift for them. They got lucky. Like I said, a lot of people, you get lucky once in your life. Indianapolis got lucky twice. But, you take Calvin Johnson out one game, you see what the Detroit Lions become. It's certain people that you could just see immediately the impact that they have and why MVP is the MVP. But Andrew Luck right now, with the whole argument and the debates that were going on, who's better, who's going to be better, Andrew Luck or RG3, there's no question that Andrew Luck is the better quarterback right now. And I think that RG3 is still in the process of getting his confidence back, and they fucked him over by not letting him feel it out in preseason. For various reasons of the whole bullshit that happened last year, him staying in too long when he was injured and hobbling, whatever the fuck the case is. But something else should have been done. As far as the way they maneuvered RG3 in there. But I can't argue with it. That's the way it went. At this point right now, showing is proven. Andrew Luck is the better quarterback in my eyes right now. Overall health, accuracy, and just fucking playing the position. I think he's the better quarterback right now. You guys can leave comments or whatever you want to say about it, but I really do believe Andrew Luck is the better quarterback right now. All right, next game, Baltimore at Miami. Baltimore 26, Miami 23. All right, listen. Joe Flacco gave these guys every opportunity to win this game. Ryan Tannehill, I like him. I'm not going to say I don't like him. I think he needs to understand that when nobody's open, he shouldn't force the ball, and that he should understand that he's also mobile because he played some wide receiver in college, so he should be able to run his dumb ass to a first down instead of throwing the ball in the coverage. There's a lot of bullshit that he was doing during this game that I wasn't too happy about. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Joe Flacco, throwing all the picks that he threw, I could not fucking believe that Baltimore managed to pull this game out. And a lot of people, wrote Baltimore off. Yeah, Ed Reed is gone. Ray Lewis is gone. Shit like that. This is a case where Ray Lewis was an inspirational leader. And, in a team sport like that, you miss it. But you still have to understand that Ray Lewis was a very unique individual based on height, his weight, him coming out of the draft. Nobody thought he was going to be, he was a small guy. And him doing what he did for his career is a miracle in itself. But he wasn't a prototype middle linebacker like, the guy that's like, okay, that's a guy that does it. They have people over there now that actually can play the position. And Terrell Suggs, he's an ugly motherfucker, but he knows how to motivate the team as well. He can't do all the stuff with all the other shit that goes on. But for the most part, they have decent pieces around them. You know what I'm saying? They got, I believe they got Dumerville over there. They got a lot of different pieces where Ray Lewis's position itself can, they can have people help to combine to make it so that, it's a loss, but they can manage. Ed Reed being a safety, I would believe is more detrimental because their secondary right now, once the ball goes over the top, I can't even pronounce the guys' names that are back there. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. But this is an example of how you can figure out a way as a team to overcome something because Joe Flacco got paid off of that run last year. And it wasn't all about the offense, even though, Ray Rice was doing his thing and, Jacoby Jones made a lot of plays or whatever the fuck was going on. But that defense helped this fucking asshole to get paid, Joe Flacco. And, Joe Flacco's adamance about, just being very, very, against anything that Ray Lewis is doing. That's fine. I respect that he's doing that because, you're not trying to, give this man credit for everything because you got to, as a player, as a man, you're going to want to say, okay, I did something too. But Joe Flacco is very close to becoming, as Skip Bayless puts it, Joe Fluco again. You can't throw that many picks, bro. You can't be a Super Bowl MVP, which I don't think you should have been anyway. Jacoby Jones should have been the MVP. But you can't be an MVP of the Super Bowl one year and then come out and throw ridiculous amounts of picks the next year. You can't do that. That you got to have some type of consistency. And I just think that Baltimore is in for a rude awakening somehow. Do they make the playoffs? I think they do. Because their division, who they got? Cincinnati over there? Like, bro, these guys are fucking bums. And Cincinnati has a great defense, but I just don't trust Marvin Lewis with his whole play calling and his whole shit. And I don't like his face, so I'm probably a little bit biased about it. But that's pretty much where I would go with that. But I'm very disappointed that Miami couldn't pull this win out when Joe Flacco was basically throwing the ball to their team. Every fucking snap. Ray Rice was fumbling. There was all kinds of stupid shit going on. And they somehow lost. That you can't get it done like that. Miami has a lot of growing to do. And they're going to have to do it fast because I thought that they would be a contender this year. And if they keep on losing with the Patriots in the same division, and then you got the Jets pulling off big wins yesterday, which I'm going to get to soon, it's going to be tough for Miami. And you can't do it like that. These guys have to work it out. Bro. I really just don't understand how Baltimore was able to pull this game out. But congrats to them. They got through it. All right, this game right here, Philadelphia at New York Giants. Philadelphia 36, New York Giants 21. I don't know how many of you guys remember when Michael Vick was on the Falcons and whenever he used to come to the Meadowlands, what he used to do to the Giants. It's similar to what I did to Miss Gmias last night, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Michael Vick needs to fucking start taking steroids. And I'm going to tell you why. No, HGH, for faster healing properties, just to be more correct about it. This man is getting hurt and nobody is even hitting him. That's the problem. Okay, you have a hamstring pull, you ran, whatever, he ran for the first down, went out, had a hamstring pull, a strain, whatever the fuck. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I understand. But nobody touched you, bro. Your conditioning and, all the things that come with that should help you to make you maintain it because I don't think that the Philadelphia, Nick Foles came out and played well. He threw 2 touchdowns, whatever like that. It's against the New York Giants defense at this point. They fucking suck. It's not even a question about it. They're fucking horrible. They shouldn't even... Right now, they're playing like the fucking Jaguars. But at the same time, Chip Kelly's offense needs a fast quarterback. Nick Foles is very, very slow. He's fucking slow compared to anyone that could run that type of offense. Now, when Michael Vick went out the game, I thought the Giants were going to win the game. Why? Because the Giants still have pretty fast pass rushes. They still have a way to get to the quarterback, and they know that this guy is immobile. He doesn't fucking move. He may run for 5 yards and try to get a first down every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But he's not a mobile quarterback. So I'm thinking that, if it's me coaching, I'm going to fucking have everybody up on the line, just rush the fucking quarterback and play D. They still managed to give up 2 more touchdowns and lose the game. The Giants fucking suck. Eli Manning, I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. I have no idea what's happening. Whatever's happening with him is definitely not happening with his brother. So he needs to go fucking visit his brother and figure out what... I don't know if he lost his mojo, what's going on. But that was a very tough game to lose because they should have won that game. And Michael Vick is going to be out for the next game, which goes to show I have him on my fantasy team, and I'm very stupid for picking him up, but he will be on the fucking waiver wire immediately. Because he just can't stay healthy. And it's so weird. Even when he was with the fucking Falcons, like he would come out and just start beating the fuck out of teams and just be missing in action and just be out for like the next couple games and then come back. Like, bro, he's never been a consistent quarterback. And he reminds me of what RG3 is going to become. You got to be able to make it through a full season and, you know what I'm saying, and be able to continue to perform at a high level. Kaepernick has the opportunity to do that because he has a stature in which he protects himself a lot better, and I think he's going to be able to stay healthy. He may be that guy. You know what I'm saying? The exception to the rule to be able to do it as a running quarterback and a passer. Him and Russell Wilson. But as far as this goes with Philadelphia, I'm disgusted with the New York Giants, and I'm disgusted with Michael Vick. And Michael Vick needs to start taking HGH on the side. Holla at Alex Rodriguez, bro, immediately. Okay, we're gonna go to the next game right here. Jacksonville at St. Louis. Jacksonville 20, St. Louis 34. First of all, I'm going to start off by saying Jacksonville had no business getting 20 points. Jeff Fisher's a fucking asshole. And Jacksonville should have won this game. And I'm going to tell you why. As you guys all know, Blackman was suspended. You know, for anybody that watches football, Blackman, you know, the main receiver for the Jaguars was suspended because substance abuse. Because these motherfuckers don't know how to put down drugs and focus on what they have to get done. So he had to be suspended and hurt his team for like whatever, the first 4 games, whatever. Okay. He comes in, immediately runs up, he catches the ball, runs it for a ridiculous yardage, gets a touchdown. Jacksonville is winning the game. The quarterback starts throwing picks. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to I didn't do anything to you.
The quarterback starts throwing picks. That's to be expected. The Jacksonville Jaguars have no business being in the NFL. No business at all. You could put a Pop Warner team in there with like fucking 10-year-olds and they'll do a better job. Jacksonville fucking sucks. And it says a lot about me. I mean, a lot to me that St. Louis allowed them to score 20 points. That says a lot to me. That St. Louis's defense needs to really go look in the mirror and figure out what the fuck's going on. Because if you have a guy that can't throw the ball and he's throwing the ball and they're scoring, that's a problem. And Jeff Fisher had a long run in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? He went there. He's the highest, most rated, respected, non-winningest coach in fucking football. The man didn't win shit. You can win as much regular season games as you want. Wear your rings, bruh. You're not doing shit. You're out there and I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You got to get at least one. He was there for like fucking 75 years. I'm not saying like if you go to a team and you're there for one to two, 2 to 3 years, whatever like that, it's mandatory for you to get a ring. But if you're there for Bill Cowher, shit like that with Pittsburgh, he's there for all those years. He has his one ring. All that hard work meant something. When you just go there and you're just a loser for that long, and then you think you go to another team and make them winners, like it's very, like because you had decent win-loss records, that doesn't mean anything. You weren't able to get them to the next level. And that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. When you get the ultimate prize that you can receive for what you're doing, that's enough. You don't need to get it every year. It's a very competitive sport. But this fucking guy, Jeff Fisher, this guy's getting all kinds of respect, and the motherfucker don't win shit. If you're not winning nothing, why the fuck is anybody giving you respect? Bro, you could be the most... When Peyton Manning didn't have a fucking Super Bowl ring, and Tom Brady was getting in that ass, like I got in Miss Gmias's ass last night, for all those years, Peyton Manning could not beat Tom Brady. What did everybody keep on saying? Oh, he's the most winningest regular season quarterback. Oh, I don't know if he'll go to the Hall of Fame. He don't got a Super Bowl. Oh, the man was unbelievable in the regular season. Similar to me in my franchise games. Like, I'll just beat the fuck out of everybody in regular season and get my ass up in the playoffs. But that's a mindset. You have to play every game the same way. It doesn't matter. You know what your job is. You know what you have to do. You can't put too much or too little on any game, no matter who your opponent is. That was my mistake. You beat somebody in the regular season, you think they're going to come out and be a bum in the playoffs. That's not what happens. And that's why realistically, when you look at the playoffs over the last decade, guys that lost games in the regular season come back and beat the team that's the higher seed. Because they're not coming with the same thing, but the other team is like, yeah, man, we already beat them. It ain't, it's not a really big deal. We're going to go out there and do the same thing. No, because people adjust. And that's what my point is. Like, this guy, Jeff Fisher, bro, like, look, you can't think that because of, you win some games. Like, look at Vince Young. Vince Young, when he was with Jeff Fisher, he had a decent win-loss record. He tried out for the Green Bay Packers. They cut the fuck out of him. It doesn't matter. You got to have something else. You got to have some type of it factor to be able to accomplish something in such a competitive... This is a fucking real competitive sport. And Jacksonville is a ridiculous team. They're ridiculous. There's no reason for Jacksonville to even to have points on the scoreboard. They fucking suck. And St. Louis gave up, they gave up 20 points. You know what I'm saying? They let them get 20 points. And I know a lot of people in fantasy probably jumped right on St. Louis's D for that week and got fucked. Like Miss Gmias last night. But the next game, this game was very interesting to me. Kansas City at Tennessee. Kansas City 26, Tennessee 17. Oh my God. Okay, look. First of all, I got to say something about Jamal Charles. If he stays healthy, I don't think there's any limit to what Kansas City can do. Because Alex Smith made some bad passes. In that game. He almost threw a couple picks, but for some reason the Titans couldn't catch the ball. They had greased up hands. But Jamal Charles is a fucking monster. And Andy Reid eats a lot of cheesesteaks. So with that combination, I think that they can be a very, very dominant team because their defense in itself is a great defense and their offense moves the ball. And Alex Smith has shown that he's, like I said last week, he's much more than just a game manager. And that's basically what you would need, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but it's very similar to when Andy Reid had Brian Westbrook and Donovan McNabb in Philly. A very, very fast back and a decent quarterback. He could do a lot with that. And right now, you guys got to be concerned because Dwayne Bowe is not even getting involved yet. Imagine when he does get involved, what's going to happen with this team. So Kansas City would be a team that I would definitely watch out for. I would not try to assume that you're just going to win a game when you play these guys. They're 5-0, and they've played some tough games. And Tennessee had chances to win this game, but once Fitzpatrick he's Irish. He must have been drunk. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but that dude is trash. And they had the lead. I thought they would pull it out. He made some mistakes down the stretch, and the defense couldn't make stops. And there we have it. Kansas City's 5-0. And like I said before, I tweeted it. Kansas City deserves some happiness. When you go through such a long time of stress and all that shit like that, at some point, as long as you keep along that path, you're gonna get to the next level. You're gonna figure out a way, but you can't just give up. Because that just shows, you know what I'm saying? You have to figure out what the next move is. And that's what Kansas City did. They stayed true to whatever they wanted to do. They made their mistakes, whatever like that, but they grew together and eventually got to this point right now. And that has to feel good. I'm happy for all you Kansas City fans out there that have been getting penetrated like Miss Gmias last night for all these years. I don't think you guys made the playoffs since 2002. And it's 2013 right now. That's a long time. That's a long time to just get fucking like dudes walking around. You couldn't even wear a chastity belt to block what they was trying to do to you guys, and now you're 5-0, and you have the potential to not only make the playoffs but to go deep into the playoffs. I think because there's not a lot of teams that are able to counteract such a fast back like Jamal Charles, and that defense is something, man. So congratulations to KC, Tennessee, Chris Johnson, bro. He's a fast motherfucker. I don't know if you guys saw the botched play where Fitzpatrick was just running around like a dick and just threw the ball up, and then Chris Johnson just glided into the end zone. He's still a fast running back. I wish he wouldn't have stayed with I gotta be honest. I wish he wouldn't have stayed with Tennessee. I wish he'd have went to another team to possibly win something. He's a case where he's a very talented guy, a unique speed, but I just don't think that Tennessee is the right team for him. And he had a chance to get out. And whatever, but they smartly realized what he was and paid him, but he doesn't fit the scheme of what they do. He needs to be in a scheme like the San Francisco 49ers, something with maybe Chip Kelly's offense. I don't think he gets the right type of maneuvers to be successful. And I think that another team would have been better for him, but it is what it is. He went after the money, and he's just going to be a loser because Tennessee ain't winning shit. So that's the bottom line. But on another note, congratulations to Kansas City. This is big, man. To go 5-0 after winning. I think you only won 2 games last year, some crazy shit. That's huge. This game right here, Carolina at Arizona. Carolina 6, Arizona 22. In fact, me and Miss Gmias, before she just started acting like a stupid bitch and ran upstairs, we were just watching. What was Stephen A. Smith just talking about with this? About Steve Smith?
Steve Smith called out one of the referees
specifically. Okay.
By his number.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. And I know Skip Bayless said that he didn't have a problem with it. I know. We didn't get to really listen to what Stephen A. Smith was saying, but I agreed with what we got before I changed about Roger Goodell having to nip this in the bud. And Patrick Peterson fucked this guy the whole game. Patrick Peterson is the cornerback that was defending Steve Smith. He fucked him the whole game. The referee had nothing to do with what was happening to him. It was an orgy with just them two. And Patrick Peterson had duplicate dicks all around Steve Smith.
That sounds kind of hot.
Okay. He could not do anything. And it wasn't all Patrick Peterson. It was also Cam Newton, who I think is a fucking bum. But I do use them now in Madden, and I've been blowing people out. But it's not Cam Newton's fault once again. It's the coaching staff. Cam Newton is a zone read quarterback. That's what he is. I understand he could throw the ball. I understand that he came into the NFL as a rookie and shattered Peyton Manning's rookie record. I understand that. The man can pass the ball. I understand. Look, I'm fine with that. He's a runner. That's what he is. As much as, everybody in the NFL wants to make every person of color, what I'm saying, a prototypical, whatever, regular quarterback from the past where you sit in the pocket and that's not these guys. That's not what they do. It's a reason why when Michael Vick was in Atlanta, that nobody rushed them. There was a reason why they stood back and everybody downfield was always open. Because they were scared for him to beat them with his legs.
Who was his quarterback at that point?
Who's quarterback?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick is the quarterback.
Coach. Sorry.
Who the fuck was their coach? Whoever, I forgot his name, but he was. They fired him for Mike Smith. What the fuck was his? I don't remember his name, but basically, you guys can leave it in the comments.
Back to what you were saying about these coaches not coaching to their quarterback skills.
That's what I'm saying, and it bothers me that they don't coach to their strengths. Because me saying that Cam Newton is garbage is what he looks like on the field. But Cam Newton is not garbage. Mm-hmm. If you take Cam Newton, once again, I'm going to say it again. If you take Cam Newton and give him to Jim Harbaugh in San Francisco, they're winning the Super Bowl. Just swap Kaepernick and give him Cam Newton. Mm-hmm. They're going to win the Super Bowl. It's the scheme. If he remember, this is a guy that came out of college, Cam Newton, that came out there and started bringing this scheme in there with all these read options and shit like that. That's what he does. I watched this man line up. And Ron Rivera, I understand that, it's another minority thing. He's an Hispanic coach. I think he's one of the first to be a head coach, whatever like that. He has to go.
Now?
Okay, thank you. He has to be gone. He has to go. Listen. Cam Newton was throwing the ball so fucking stupid. It was so fucking this guy was he was a shit stain. He was garbage, ridiculous. It was he played horrible. It made no sense to me that I did not one time come out in the pistol formation. Come out and do a read option. I saw him do the Panther heavy one play and got no yardage. Mm-hmm. Panther heavy is just like when you line up, you with the quarterback and you just let the quarterback do whatever the fuck he wants. He runs it. They don't give him enough opportunity to play to his strengths. And I don't like that as somebody that watches football and understands the concept of the game and understand. If that's Drew Brees, let him play like that. Let him line up behind the pocket because Drew Brees is slow. He's a slow, prototypical quarterback that gets the ball to the receivers. He's not trying to do. That's what you give him. You line him up like even with. And I'm gonna get to that right. I can't wait for the next game because that's why Peyton Manning is great. And I'm going to explain to everybody why Peyton Manning is great next. But these coaches have to play to their quarterback's strength. Because if you give him the same opportunities that he did when he came in as a rookie and broke Peyton Manning's rookie record and did whatever the fuck he wanted, Carolina wouldn't be losing games. And I'm gonna go as far as to say, even with Terrell Pryor, who I've been saying was going to be a great quarterback in the league when he came from Ohio State, and nobody wanted to give him a chance. And even in the summertime, they were saying he has to get cut. He's garbage. I can look at people and tell if they're going to be able to do something. And I always knew that Terrell Pryor would, he would get a chance to be successful. And why is he being successful? Because they're making him run that read option. They're making him run. He beat San Diego. He wasn't supposed to win that game. They're letting him run the ball. They're letting him set up the read option. He's faking it. He's doing pistol. He's doing zone reads. That's what these people have. Listen, colored quarterbacks. Let's take it back to the fucking 50s. The Negro quarterbacks, mm-hmm. they have certain characteristics that they need to be able to do on the field. Yes. If you don't give them that opportunity to do that, they'll look like a regular quarterback. That's it.
No, but they won't.
Well, shitty quarterback. Okay, even with RG3, they changed up the whole thing they were doing last year because I guess they're scared about his knee or whatever. He's playing like shit. I'm ready to drop that dumb motherfucker also. Well, he gonna get dropped anyway. But it's just the fact of the matter. Cam Newton played like shit, but Cam Newton should have more opportunity to do more of what he can do to let them win. Mm-hmm. Whoever the coach was in Atlanta when Michael Vick was there was no plays. He would go out there like, Vic, go do what you got to do. As soon as Vic saw that nothing was going on, he just run the ball, and they were winning every game. Nobody knew what the fucking scheme was. There was no name of the playbook. But he was able to, because that was his strength. And that's what he was feared. That's why he was feared. Because they made him do what he has to do. These other coaches, oh no, you got to do it this way. Oh no, No! If you want to win, if you want to keep your job, let these QBs play to their strengths. And that's what the problem is. And I don't appreciate Steve Smith calling out referees when you're getting butt fucked all game by Patrick Peterson. But Cam Newton was throwing the ball. He was overthrowing the ball. He threw picks. He did shit like that. Cam Newton played horrible. He played like shit. But he shouldn't be in that position to be having to force a throw and always have to be standing up in the pocket and doing that. He shouldn't be in that position. He should come out in what he's used to and run the plays that make him, give him the best opportunity to win. The same thing that they're doing in Seattle with Russell Wilson. Pete Carroll, you're giving him an opportunity to do what works for him. You switch it up. They're not doing that. And Ron Rivera is just walking around looking real stupid. He needs to go to Taco Bell, que quiero. But I'm going to tell you this right now. That's it for that. I'm done with that. Oh, no, I'm not done with that. Arizona. This guy Carson Palmer is the shitty... Listen, Gurley, that dude is a fucking bum. He's garbage. He's not going to take Arizona anywhere. I feel sorry for the Arizona fans once again. Carson Palmer is not the answer. He's just not the answer. I'm done with it. That motherfucker garbage. Next game. This game was my fucking game right here. Denver at Dallas. Denver 51, Dallas 48. This game right here should have easily been won by the Dallas Cowboys.
Tony Romo trying to be a good quarterback now?
Tony Romo threw for 500-something yards. He's the only quarterback in Dallas Cowboys history. He passed all Rodgers, Staubach, all these other fucking Troy Aikman, all these Hall of Famers.
I had him on the bench.
Okay, good. That was pretty good. But this motherfucker threw for all these yards, and when the team needed him the most, he threw a pick.
Yo,
now,
he's Tony Romo.
No, but that's the thing.
Even though he's great, he's Tony Romo. That's
true, and that's a great point. But it's a mindset. Because you can't think about not losing the game. See, that's the thing. Like I was saying, because I was making that mistake too. And like I'm saying, in the video game standpoint with the franchise, I'm just playing not to lose the game in the playoffs. I'm not going out there and doing, like, just going all out like I usually go. And that's what was causing me to play conservative and lose games. It's the same thing with these guys. Tony Romo is one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks I've ever seen play the game. I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, the guy does spectacular things, whatever, in the regular season. We all know about his playoffs. The guy has one playoff win. He causes himself to think too much. And when you have to think too much, when you can't just go out and play, most Hall of Famers, they'll tell you when they went out there to play, they'll be like, what were you thinking, man? It was the game was on the line. They was like, I was thinking about the play that I had to run. Because it's that simple. If you do other things and you can't do all that stuff.
See, that's why women could never really be successful in this.
That's the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even though Hillary Clinton is going to be running for office, do I think that she would do a better job than what's happening right now? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But not because of her being a woman. It's just about just being logical about what needs to be attacked. See, a woman's mind wanders all over the place, but when they see what's actually happening, they usually can figure out, okay, I need to do this for this particular thing while everything else is still going on. And right now, what was going on in the world is right there clear what's happening. It's a recession. Nobody has jobs and everything like that. The president is worried about health insurance.
Instead of worrying about getting people jobs so that they can get health insurance.
I spoke to my neighbor the other day, and he was a guy that was all, Obama like that. And I've been telling him,
sorry, was he a person of color?
Yes, he's a person of color.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did he say why he was pro-Obama?
Yes, because Obama's a black man.
Got it.
Well, a man of color. Yeah, he's one of he was. I gotta give him credit. He's matured over the year. But when I first met him, that's what he was talking about. So I started giving him articles and explaining to him more in-depth things of what's going on. He came out to me the other day after October 1st, which is when the Obamacare thing launched. And he said to me, how the fuck I'm supposed to pay for insurance? I don't got no goddamn job. And I looked at him and I said, wow. Even though I was like a year ago, you were an idiot. Mm-hmm. And now you realize that the way the economy is, why the fuck is this guy worried about insurance trying to be like, Great Britain and Canada when the economy isn't doing anything?
But he's not being like Great Britain and Canada because of the way that he's doing it.
Okay,
that's the problem.
He's making it unconstitutional, but that's another story. Yeah. We'll do that in another podcast. But I'm going to tell you something about Denver. Peyton Manning should have been a porn star.
Why? Because his dick is long?
No, because this guy goes on the field and tries to fuck you in any hole that's visible. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Listen, they were down early in this game.
I should have watched it.
And Peyton, you should have, because me and two of my other friends, well, you know, my brother-in-law and my other friend would text a while ago. It was hilarious. But we all agreed that Tony Romo was going to find a way to lose the game. And it was hilarious because...
Like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, but it happened so late in the fourth quarter, but not once did we question Peyton Manning. And I'm going to tell you, Peyton Manning did a fucking read option. It was like a rollout bootleg where he's the only person running into the end zone on the other side.
That's the real name of it?
Yeah, it's like a bootleg, empty, naked bootleg. No. Okay, but listen, he ends up on the other side. The cameraman even goes with the running back because they're like, yo, there's no way Peyton Manning's keeping it, and he goes to the end zone, mad slow, like Gary the Snail.
With Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, like
like he's running like an idiot, like when he runs out Tyrannosaurus Rex arm style to the field, like that's how much of an amazing guy this. Like he is nothing that he won't do. And that's what makes him great. Because this man went out there, his guys were fumbling, doing stupid shit. He went right back to the motherfucker that fumbled. He went right back. He built up his guys' confidence. You're never down. Listen, we're going. That's a quarterback. That's a guy that leads the team. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain. And Tony Romo's not that. He runs around looking. They're showing his wife the whole time that he's newly married. She's in the box like, oh God. Like, come on, you know he's gonna lose the game. Stop fucking making all that goddamn noise. But Peyton Manning came to the game with sex toys. And everybody asked him, what are you doing with that? And he just didn't answer and just left the sex toys in the middle of the field. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. The man went in there and fucked that team. They should have not lost this game. No way. No way Dallas Cowboys should have lost this game. And Peyton Manning went out there and he was just, vintage Peyton Manning. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't give Tom Brady credit. Because you're coming out dropping 6 points. You can't do that. You have to find a way to make your team better. Even in the worst times, you have to find a way to make your team better. I don't give a fuck what you have to do. But you're the leader of that team. You're Tom Brady rocking Uggs with a fucking stupid ass spiked hairdo.
Did he really have Uggs on?
He always rocking Uggs. Joking. No, he always rocking Uggs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he that dude is regularly rocking Uggs. This is a pretty boy. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't consider Tom Brady right now. I think he probably would be number 5 in my top 5 quarterbacks right now. And I would just be doing it out of respect, even though he has Spygate, but he has 3 Super Bowl rings. You can't take that away from anyone. So, but Tony Romo, I don't understand it, my man. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can continuously, you throw the ball to the middle linebacker. Like, I think you're trying to get it to Witten on that play. He doesn't even lead the ball to the outside. He just throws a dart. Like, bro, the guy is covered. You don't even give Witten one of the greatest tight ends. That's a regular corn-fed Caucasian boy. That man is ready to catch the ball anywhere in his vicinity. You throw the ball straight ahead. You don't even lead the ball for him to get a chance to catch it, Tony Romo. At this point in your career, there's no excuse. You a fucking bum-ass bitch. Next game. Houston at San Francisco. San Francisco 34. Houston 3. This is going to be real quick. Matt Schaub needs to fucking go sit the bench and be exiled like Napoleon. And never fucking be spoken to again. He looks like he has Down syndrome and diarrhea, and he's a fucking asshole. That's it for Houston side. They have to give up on Schaub. He's fucking garbage. I don't give a fuck who they bring in. I don't care if they make a cheerleader be the fucking quarterback. Schwab, Stump the Schwab, whatever the fuck his name is, he's trash. San Francisco, defensively, they're looking better. I'm still not really getting wild by Kaepernick at this point as compared to last year. Frank Gore, okay. He doesn't have his main receivers back. Manningham is not there. Crabtree's in there. They're coming back later in the season. I'll wait to see then. But I'm still not getting wild by Kaepernick. Nothing really impressive. It was an ass rape. They, Houston didn't even say no. They just accepted it after a certain point. Oh my God. That's all I can say about that game. This game right here, San Diego at Oakland. Oakland 27, San Diego 17. This game was actually moved back because of a playoff game. And it was extra late. I don't know if that had something to do with Phillip Rivers coming out there playing like an asshole. But this, again, is going to also be really quick. I'm very, very happy for Terrell Pryor. See, that's the thing about me. I can be happy for other guys and not be a hater. And that's what a lot of these guys have to understand, that just in the world general. Yeah, this guy's in the NFL. He's doing all this kind of shit like that. But it's a big thing when somebody doubts you and tells you that you can't do it. And you go through years of sitting the bench. And then you get that opportunity. And you take it. There's not one opportunity that I've been given that I didn't take, and I made the most out of each one. And it's a lot to be said about that because people will see it and don't take it. He got the one opportunity. They benched him for years behind people that was so shitty. Carson Palmer's a fucking bum. He got his chance, came out and he did it. That's beautiful because they wanted to cut him. They drafted a quarterback. They wanted to cut him. He was about to just be done. No other team had no interest in him. Now he's out there winning. That's a big deal to me. Not only because he's a man of color and that they usually don't want to give him a chance at quarterback, but he stayed true to what he was trying to do. And regardless of what anybody says, yo, look, oh man, you're not going to do it. This guy sucks. All this, even Stephen A. Smith was saying, yeah, he's on his way out. All these guys, I always said it. He's going to get his chance and he's going to get it done. And he's out there doing it. And that's beautiful because when everybody gives up on you and you still make it, it's not nothing compares in life like that. For when you can say, oh yeah, remember, oh yeah, you was doing all that, and oh yeah. Now it's just like people have no choice but to say fuck, just a little bit longer, because this man right here had people in the summertime with preseason. They gave this man, they just like, look, Matt Flynn is probably gonna be the starter. All this shit's gonna be going on. They paid more money for Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn is a fucking bum as well. He missed one game. Matt Flynn went out there and played like shit. They benched him to third string. Not even second string where he was before. Matt Flynn, the guy they paid all the money to come over there. Benched him to third string. Terrell Pryor comes back in after the one game missed by the concussion and pulls out this win. That's all I'm saying. You got to give him... I don't know, but I think they're all right in their division. Other than Darren McFadden always being hurt and paying for kids that are not his...
Is he still doing that though? Yeah,
because he's been with her. Yeah, he still gives the money every now and again. Yeah, because he's been with her. Yeah, you saw the interview. He's a fucking clown.
I know, but that interview was so long ago.
He's still paying for the kids. He's still paying for the kids because he's a fucking idiot. But look at his face. He looks like a fucking moron. But even without him, they're gonna find a way to do well. And I'm just very happy. I'm very happy for Pryor. And all the shit he was like outcasted because of autographs and shit in the NCAA. He's trying to make a little bit of money, which the NCAA is a bunch of fucking clowns. And for him to get this chance right now to do something and raise his stock, so in case they try to say they don't want him, another team will be interested now. That's what I'm happy for him for. Yeah. So he gets that chance. So congratulations to all the Oakland Raiders fans out there. I see you, Cali. Not Cali Scaper. You can go fuck yourself, but California as a state. Our final game, the New York Jets at Atlanta. New York Jets 30. Atlanta 28. Once again, I'm going to end this very briefly. New York, listen, Geno Smith, in the words of one of those guys that left a comment on my video, looks like a burnt raccoon. And he's listen. He has a huge lip that looks like he was doing Kegel ball exercise with his lip to make it hang down. But I'm going to tell you this right now. On that final drive, when he went down there to win that game, I don't think his heart was beating. That's how calm he was. And I'll be the first to tell you that I'm impressed. The fucking guy looked so calm. He was just doing whatever he wanted to a fucking dwindling, ridiculous Atlanta Falcons team that is extremely shitty. And other than Julio Jones, like, I think Roddy White hurt them more by playing yesterday than just sitting out being hurt. I really, like, when you're hurt, sit your fucking ass down. Just be hurt. Don't come out there and try to be a superhero when you're not that guy anymore. Roddy White really hurt that team. He had an offensive pass interference. He was just doing stupid shit. Like, he was just horrible. Julio Jones, a.k.a. Predator Face, he went out there and he did what Julio Jones does. He's a great receiver. Matty Ice, I was never really sold on Matty Ice, so I don't want to be biased about it, but like I said, he's a decent quarterback. He can make throws. Atlanta right now is in a lot of trouble. They're in a very unique situation because they're returning NFC champs. Well, they were in the championship game. They lost to San Francisco, of course. But they're in a very unique situation in that they're very close to just everything exploding. And nobody even trying to do anything anymore. Because it's not like they're missing something that... Steven Jackson, the running back, he's a fucking bum. So it's not like they're missing something that they could look forward to make it better. They're just that team. And I don't see anything coherently possible that will make them just all of a sudden become a better team overnight. The Jets, though, I was very impressed with what Geno Smith did. And I really believe if he can just play steady and not turn the ball over, Rex Ryan is a used to be fat fuck, now skinny fuck, but he knows how to coach defense. And his defense played great. And I think that if he continues to play defense like that, it's going to be a problem. As long as Geno Smith doesn't turn the ball over and doesn't start wearing headbands like Mark Sanchez, I think he'll be fine. I really have to say that as a New Yorker, the Jets is our only hope, because the Giants are going to be 0-6 after they play the Bears.
Oh my God.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, look, what do you got to look forward to? You got to go, you know what I'm saying? It's sort of like, what do you do? Romney, Obama, you go with the lesser of two evils. So, you got to pick, I got to go with.
So, Jets is.
They're the lesser of two evils. We got to go with the Jets.
Are they Romney or Obama?
They got to be Obama in this case, because we're dropping the Giants. Them niggas garbage. You got the running back doing backflips after one score, and then you getting blown the fuck out. Like, bro, listen. I'm not celebrating. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't know how I can do that if I'm losing, because even though when I play whatever I do, real sports, whatever like that. Whenever I've lost or whatever, I've always had sportsmanship. Was I enraged on the inside? Absolutely, but I take that out on myself, because I played a sport that was individual. So it's nobody else's fault but mine. So then I would look into myself, try to figure out how to make myself better. Don't show any type of crazy ass shit. Just be a sportsmanship. Give him a pound. Good match. You walk away. It's no way I could celebrate after I got my ass whipped.
Those guys only care about themselves and what they're doing.
And that's what I'm saying. When you start to care about yourself more as an individual in a team sport, that's a problem. You have to stay focused and get the job done. And doing backflips in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how he's doing that. Wilson. Like, what are you doing? You doing double back? He did 2 back to back. Yeah, you're great. You go be a gymnast then.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't play football, because, bro, you're getting your ass whipped. You had fucking your boy Victor Cruz doing the fucking salsa last week. He's getting blown the fuck out. Like, bro, what are you guys doing? Victor with a B. Victor Cruz.
Wow.
And that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand it. And like I said, Atlanta, you're fucking done. And the Jets, I think you guys have a lot to look forward to if you can make it out this next 5-game stretch. That's been it for the Week 5 recap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys got to see that Ms. Gmia can't stay away for too long. She came back downstate. What?
Oh my God! You're talking about football, so talk about football.
Why'd you come back?
Me. Because I wanted to sit here on the couch.
Okay. All right. So. I guess I'll be back next week. It's pretty difficult to try to watch every game, because now it's actually something where I'm doing it and I'm getting a lot. You guys are downloading it crazy. I'm fucking actually like, wow, on iTunes with the amount of downloads that these guys are really listening to it. This is real crazy. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Continue to spread the word. And I'll be back next week for Week 6. Until next time, as always, one love.